Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it might be for you, especially if you're catching up with this video a bit later than Sunday. I thought I was doing a stream then. Just checking. Welcome back anyway to a new DayZ Super Detailed Beginner Guide to Livonia, and we have a Kolembrody spawn. I'll tell you why I was so thrown off then. I just had 5 Radax spawns in a row. In between every spawn, you have to delete your character, reallocate your 30 points, name your character. Then there was a server restart, all the good stuff. We love it, Street Man. But anyway, you can see I've allocated the 30 points in a way that I would usually do when I'm playing Summer in 10s and starting a new character. 4 in immunity, 4 in medicine, 5 in survival, the rest in butchering. If we can get lucky and we have the ability to fish early doors, we're going to get a nice little yield. We're also going to protect our tools. So when we use our tools, they're not going to degrade as fast because we've got the skillful hands, etc. What am I going to do first thing before approaching Kolembrody? If you're spawning this field and you can see the barn, the 2 houses, that barn, that's your indicator that you're in Kolembrody. I am going to get the long stick after allocating my perks. Even with rough hands, you do have the potential to cut yourself. We didn't. We got away with it, which is good because the nearest hospital is quite a way away. Why am I peering down the path? You never know. Another player might have spawned close by 5-10 minutes ago. May have left us some small stones we could then turn into a knife. Doesn't look like that we're going to get that lucky today. So a Kolembrody spawn, there are 2 parts to Kolembrody. We'll call them the main town itself and then the outskirts. And then I'll show you the options you've got if you're successful and you have everything you need to leave Kolembrody and set off on your DayZ adventure. I'll show you the couple of options you've got of where to go next, because this will apply to whatever server you're playing, whether it's in 10s or a vanilla or official server. We've got our temporary melee weapon, but I still cautiously want to approach the town because I don't want to fight 2 or 3 zombies at the same time. I could climb up on top of something. These are always good if you get wolves attack you as well. The covered hay bales. But for the main part, we'll do a little bit of sneaking. I'll leave the balaclava because it's summer, and you've actually got the propensity to overheat on intens. Do you know what? I'm going to take the Broom of Dreams. Why not? Just so it feels like I've looted something. And look at this. Okay, look at this. This is an absolute dream. I'm waiting for the comments already. Scripted. 3 minutes in, we're picking up stone knives. Well, the potential for stone knives, because we've just got to combine 1 small stone with another small stone. We make the stone knife. And then because we can split the broom up for fuel for a fire, and we've got spare stone knives potentially as well, I'm gonna make an improvised spear. Combine a long stick with the stone knife you've just crafted, and you now have a very good early melee weapon, particularly against the Zeds. You should be able to one-tap the Zeds if you can time the power attack to the head while they're sprinting at you. So that's a decent start. We spawn in with 4 rags on Livonia. Okay, so I'm going to use 2 of them straight off the rip to make hand wraps. Why am I going to do that? If I cut up a chicken, an animal, a player, or search zombies, I will now not get bloody hands and accidentally eat or drink with bloody hands in the future, which will get us very, very sick. We have rotten food. I don't want to go down that route. We're going to drop the broom, we're going to take the Ruger. It hasn't got a mag, we haven't got bullets, but it's a start. Always tab into these toilet blocks. Check what's in the vicinity. Something might have glitched into the toilet itself. Sometimes ammunition, sharpening stones can be hard to spot, and they're an absolute dream if you can find one, of course. And we're going to take our time. Whether we get what we need to survive, I don't know. It's going to be warts and all as ever. You may be screaming at the screen, why aren't you checking all the trees for apples, fruit? It's not my scene, I've got to be honest. If I don't get enough to fish, or, you know, manage to kill a freshie, get a gun to go hunting, get the medicine needed to eat rotten food, then I just take the death on the chin, take the L, carry on. I don't really want to be hanging around a spawn town waiting for fruit to spawn every 10, 15, 20 minutes. And on a low populated server, there's only about 10 people on at the moment, we may not have even had anyone spawn in the vicinity, so we may be waiting for nothing. I suppose the fruit could spawn in on our presence, if you like, but again, without going too much into detail, I'll tab past the tree like that if I'm walking past it, but I won't go out of my way to rely on fruit. In my opinion, it's a bonus. It's a little Brucey bonus. Don't rely on fruit to survive in DayZ, though. I'm going to use these 2 stones to make another stone knife. So if we want to cut up rags, or we want to cut up a body, etc., we've immediately got access to a knife. Pocket it. We've still got a stone left as well. Pocket it, hot tab it, hotkey it. We could cut them up for rags and start collecting rope. I probably should do that to be prudent. So now we've got a knife. At risk of repeating myself, 2 stacks of rags, 6 rags in each stack will enable you to make your own rope to potentially go fishing with. We haven't got enough space yet. So, for example, we're going to have to carry this alcohol in the hope of finding clothing with more capacity. Ooh. That's a very good melee weapon, but I'm going to keep my spear. Yeah, we need a bag, because at the moment I'm going to have to drop the alcoholic tincture to fight a zombie or a player. Defend myself. Someone's been planting, but there's no goodies in there for us. And I always take this route. It's in the muscle memory. The way I've been looting Kolembrody so far. You can obviously go whatever way you want, house to house, but I just do it this way and always have done, and it's, like I say, stuck in the muscle memory. Tab into these caravans, check the vicinity, because again, some things can glitch into the floor and be difficult to spot. There's a shed over there which could have all sorts of gloriousness in it. Granny's going to hop the fence in a minute and attack us. I think we're going to have to drop the alcohol, because if we don't do it quick enough, we're going to end up with a concussion, level 1 pain. I want Granny on us. Pause. Yo. Granny. Yeah, the hearing aid is working. Get back, get yourself some room. Let her do the mini Olympics. Get ready for the power attack. There it comes. Bosh. 1 hit. I nearly timed it wrong. But 1 to the face. The zombie should drop in 1 with the improvised spear. It's a beautiful early melee weapon for putting the zombies down quick. Particularly if 1 aggro's on you and then a second one comes hot on their tails. You can put the 1 down and immediately fight the second one. We'll try and get an example of that. Oh, he didn't go down straight away. If you're quick enough and you give yourself a little bit of space, back up, then stab, back up, then stab. Oh my god, this one's a tank. What's going on? Thought I switched out my improvised spear for a feather duster then. Tickling the fool. Better be worth it. It potentially was, but we've already got a flare. We've got no room. We're just going to push on. We're going to check this. Always tab in here. I mean, it's pretty obvious there's nothing there, but sometimes the loot will spawn outside the shed. There's a tire iron. Don't need it. And what I tend to do is go wide on Kolembrody. There is a stilted house up there that you could spawn next to as well. Make your way into town down the main road. There's not a lot up that way. And now we get a nice view. Kolembrody. We get a nice view of the town. It seems quite quiet. This part of the town can be rammed with zombies. I can see 2 or 3. We're going to try and pick them off 1 by 1. Any of them carry them? Oh, there you go. There's a couple lurking now. See, if I'd have walked into town all nonchalantly, suddenly I'd have had a real bad day with 3 of them on me. Let's tab in. Hail chili. There's the teddy bear. I'll keep the cap on if it's all the same to you. Now this is where it gets tricky. See that church there? There's the well. So that's your point of interest. Point of reference, sorry. We do want to sip at that well quite desperately. Get at least one of our vital statistics into the white, even though we haven't got lucky yet with any food. Any immediately edible food. And this could be tricky. If more than one of these zombies attack us, I could be in a world of pain. I do like to take chances now and again, though. But you know what I would like more? I would like to find a bag or something to eat. So let's carry on looting before we hit the well. Ooh, build a base there. Little 4-dial. More alcohol that we can't carry. Check this. Another broom. Oh, look at this. After we make the improvised gloves, typical DayZ, they give us some real gloves. Zombie, a runner. Thought it was a player for a second. Let's deal with this zombie. Hopefully. There we go. Taking the long way around by the looks of it. Back up. Get ready with the power attack. To the face. Beautiful. Are we going to get extremely lucky with any food? No. Of course not. Next building, we haven't checked the car and the stilted, but I'm glancing up the street. I don't want to suddenly be ambushed by several zombies. We can look up the path again. You know, if you've got room, pick up the small stones, for God's sake. That is us at max capacity now. Don't sleep on the cars. You could find a can of sardines that'll save your life. Predict the aggro. This zombie's going to aggro on us before we get to the shed. See? Twitching. So do I back myself up into this shed? Do I just glance in quickly? Get ready for the fight, though. Here he comes. Come on, Grandad. Sort it out. Where you going, son? Tempted to carry on looting, but sometimes you can put yourself in a position where you're fighting at a silly angle. Just stand your ground. Take the aggro. Take the fight on your terms. Get rid of him. If I go into and back myself into that house, I could glitch on a piece of furniture. We all know DayZ. Beautifully flawless game. Another flare there as well. We're turning down all these Ric Flairs and it pains me. Oh, more rotten food. Half tempted to carry it with me because although it will get me sick, it will stop me dying. It could be a temporary fix. Now, before I carry on down the street away from Kolembrody, remember the well, the church? I'm going to try and hit up this building first. And look at this. Peacoat. Better insulation. More room. An actual bottle. Rule number 1 in DayZ. Always empty out any water you find in a bottle. Or any water container. Just assume it's dirty and will get you very, very ill. Now, remember I've said it before, a million times. The path of least resistance. We're going to try this out. Zombo. The others were just out of earshot, right? So I'm doing a little shuffle. Oh, the other one's aggroed, right? This is where the spear comes into its element. Put him down. As the thunder cracks around Kolembrody there, the other one spotted us. So even if he'd been on our arse straight away, we've put the other one down immediately. We've rebuilt enough stamina to be able to attack him with a power hit. And we're 2 for 2 on the Zeds. Beautiful. There's a shot in the distance. Towards either Tarn now or maybe even grabbing, I would say, at a pinch. Probably not hunting either, unless they're hunting several animals. Double shot. Potentially a shotgun, though. In grabbing. Grabbing is that way. Along the railroad. We'll hopefully show you if we don't get clipped. I do want to loot the beige. Chile headquarters for any BWAD 99 fans. Now at least we've had a drink. Poor Michael is going to start his tummy rumbling soon, but at least he's had a good swill. we can neck an entire bottle. Now remember, we haven't got room for the bottle yet to put it in our pocket. So I probably will fill it again anyway, but we're going to have to drop it, remember where we dropped it, to fight zombies, because we haven't got the capacity to hold it. So I'm just going to fill it and take the water on the road with me, because I don't want to hang around at a well in a freshy town for too long, all super exposed. Is this one aggroed? No, the rain is helping us now though. It's disguising our footsteps somewhat. We can get up closer to zombies without them being alerted. I'm checking to see that nobody's done any planting and left us an absolutely scripted pumpkin patch. Doesn't look like it. Now, remember in other videos you might see me walking past the fire and tabbing. It'll show me if someone has had a recent fire in that fireplace and how hot it is or how cool it is. So it's just a little way of knowing if you're on somebody's tail. And I'm only taking that for the aesthetic fact that it's black, and I prefer the black look. When I leave this beige, I usually go around there. Watch out for a bear trap in the gap. Again, make sure no one's planted anything out the front. Sometimes they do. Little pumpkin patch. And zombies can be hanging around in these woods. There you go. The rain has helped us here because only one of them noticed us. But I didn't drop my bottle quick enough and I've taken a hit. A little scratch. I'm going to bandage it while I've got a disinfected bandage. Reduces the chance of me catching sepsis by just allowing it to heal by itself. We search the zombie. We remember that we dropped our bottle of water. And we go back for it. Are we going to aggro this other one? Nah, he's wandering off. He's having a lovely old time in the rain. If you lead this way, you can hop the fence and you can use your mouse button if you're on PC. Which you will be if you're playing in 10s, but you know what I mean. And you can just scan down the road. Can I see a freshie running up here? Running out of a building. We don't need that. Remember, we've looted that. So we're coming down now. I maybe heard the zombie aggro on us. No, he didn't. But I wanted to make sure so that he didn't come up from behind and give us a nasty concussion. Get out of the rain for a second. Enduro helmet. I'm taking it. Why am I taking it? You look a bit silly, COD. It's badly damaged. It will still help protect us, minimize the risk of a concussion if we get slapped about the head by a zombie. So it can be huge. Same goes for a fight with a freshie. One of you's wearing a helmet. The other isn't. Say you had the same weapons in your hands, brassies. Technically, the person with the helmet should stay up longer. Ooh, tempted with the rider jacket. But we're going to take the bomber jacket. Why? Capacity. 4 more slots. We can put the bottle of water away. Leave our hands free. And we're going to take the hammer, because we can use that meat tenderizer on a rock to make more stones if we need to. But in the meantime, we'll hold it. It's not as good as the spear on zombies, so I'll probably end up ditching it. But if you had been lucky enough to find a backpack by now, you'd be putting that hammer in it, because it will get you some stone knives in the future. Again, I'm scanning ahead. I'm not just blind nose down to the ground. Or where am I going to loot next? I want to look. If someone's creeping up on me, I want to try and get eyes before they start swinging or shooting. Winter Parker is nice. It's even more slots. It's banged up, but we've got to take those slots while we can when we haven't got a bag. Take the battery. We did negate to take a flashlight. But it's, for me... Oh, look at this. Oh! Down in the comments again for your scripted. You know who you are. Beautiful. B-E-A. Beautiful. I'm going to drop the battery and I'm going to pocket the hammer like that. Well, it's a good time to be alive for now in Kolembrody. Don't sleep on the greenhouses when you're playing on in 10s. You get a lot of people who, especially in spawn towns, are very selfless. And they will plant these pumpkins that will save your life. Now, we haven't got any capacity to carry any. except for in our hands. So I am just going to be a very, very greedy boy and eat as much as I can without being physically sick. And I haven't missed the fact that there are some fishing boats down there where we could get lucky enough to find a fishing rod, a hook, or both. But if you're lucky enough to stumble across a pumpkin patch like this, smash it in. Don't worry about cooking it. In an ideal world, you'd cook it. You'd get more calories from it. But I just want to eat and dip. Particularly as somebody might have cut those pumpkins up and left the slice there very recently. This could be bait. We could be signing our own death warrant here. This could be a very short video. But at least I've shown you the main part of Kolembrody, as in the town itself, where the well is. Pretty much the only point of interest, the well, other than the houses you can loot, the zombies you can kill and loot. And I'm going to eat this last pumpkin. If I were you and I wasn't on a deadline making a guide video, I'd eat as many as you could. I'd probably even carry one with you in your hands. Chop as many up until your blades start disintegrating. But I've got enough now to take me through to at least the end of this video and show you some more parts of Kolembrody over the bridge, hopefully. Not before we've looted these fishing boats, though. I'm not going to go any further down the river, but if you did want to follow this river this direction, you'd eventually get to another bridge, and that leads to Brenner, eventually, this way. And that is technically Kolembrody down there as well. We may go down there. I haven't decided yet. Depends what happens on the other side of the bridge. We could search this and we could get clipped from somebody running down the tracks. So again, I'm searching the boats, but I'm not hyper-focused. I'm not losing my game awareness. See, there's nothing on these boats, which is a bit odd. I feel like someone's looted them already. I can't even be bothered going in there. You can find bags in there, but we're not going in there today. We want to go across the bridge. Like I say, you can spawn down there, that farm. Make your way along the train tracks. You'll get to the other side of the bridge where we're going to go to now. And then you would cross the bridge if you wanted to go into Kolembrody itself to hit the well. But we've done all that. I'm going to look behind us. Has somebody spawned in 5 minutes after us? Can't see anybody. Same for scanning ahead. Is anybody searching the train station? Because around this train station to the left are some goodies. But unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you want to look at it, there's usually quite a few police zombies. Also be aware, this bit of train track that I'm looking at now behind the picnic table has the possibility of a train spawn, a dynamic train spawn. Could get all sorts of goodies. Start a loot. Now, how many zombies can I see? I can see one there. I was panicking a bit because there's normally loads. I thought, we are not alone. We may not be. Always search these. They spawn loot on Livonia, these tables. Obviously, you've got a military combat knife. Oh my god, here we go. Field vest, combat knife. Beautiful. I'm still not sure we're alone. There's zombies over there. There's zombies over there. Quickly dip into the train station. You might find a bag. You might find rope. You might find a cowboy hat. Now, I'm not going to take it because I've preached how good the helmets are on in 10s, but by all means, go for the drip. I'm staying aware. Is anybody running up on me with a tire iron before I search this military tent? Another field vest. May even be better than what we got. It is. Anything else? I'm tabbing in just in case there's some glitched ammo. But to be honest with you, you've got a couple of options here. I tend to stay stealthy, keep my eyes on stalks, head on a swivel. I'm looking for a police zombie that's wearing a stab vest. That's dropped loot. Someone has dropped that from the car. It doesn't spawn like that. Another sign of player activity. I'm almost sure I can hear someone. Creeping, it's the zombie. Of course it is. So, police zombie's on us. He leaps the wall. We ping him in the head. We search him because he's a police zombie. He could drop a box of ammo. He could drop a flare. He could drop a combat knife. He could drop matches. They're bound to get wet, but we could dry them out. I can't see an obvious police zombie with a stab vest, and then you'd have a choice to make. Do I drop my field vest, which has capacity, or do I just take the stabby for the protection? The decision is yours. But yeah, this field is usually rammed with zombies. So that, to me, that it isn't, although there are no obvious dead zombies, is a sign someone's been through recently. So, as we say in Wales, I'm on pins at the minute. That's got a stab vest. Mr. Zombo. Should we try and do an intense stealth kill in the rain? We've got the rain to help us. I call it an intense stealth kill because I'm sure it's harder to do a stealth kill on intense than it is regular DayZ. We'll try it. Booyakasha. Crouched behind the zombie. Hold right button, then left button. And if the zombie hasn't heard you, you should do the stealth animation. Should in inverted commas. Now there are other zombies over there. One of them looks like he's got a better conditioned stab vest for us, potentially. Look, I can't even carry the matches, so I'm just deciding to take the combat knife. And that's my choice. You might want to go for the capacity of the field vest. It's entirely up to you. I'm going for the protection and the ballistic vest. I'm probably going to take those jeans. I should carry on cutting stuff up, but now I haven't got the capacity. Now I have. We've got extra slots. We've got extra 3 slots. Let's cut these into rags. We can start working on our improvised rope. See, we're only 4 rags away now from being able to make our own rope. And then we're on the lookout for a hook, obviously, to have the ability to fish. We can make it out of bones, or we can find a genuine one. Only 1 rag away. We've got another house and some sheds before we need to decide where we're going to leave. But I'm going to show you today the other Kolembrody spawn that you could get. We had the one in the field behind the village. There's another one down the train tracks. So that's where we're going to end the video today. So you've got that point of view, that perspective of spawning there and figuring out you're in Kolembrody. I'm going to drop... Oh, do you know what? I'm not even going to loot him. I can't carry anything anyway. Unless we find a bag. Ooh, that would have been script number 3 of the day. Scripted bag, just for the purposes of the video treatment. Another spot where someone very, very gracious might have planted something for us to eat. Doesn't look like it. Ooh, it's a pepper. Now, it's dried. It's not mouldy. If you saw a rotten pepper on Intens, you would avoid it like the plague. Unless you've got the correct medication that allows you to eat very bad food, i.e. a Keterol injector. We'll go on our business and loot the toilet block and the last house before leaving. This is good. We haven't got the capacity, but we can use it. We can fix our Parker up straight away. A couple more slaps from a zombie and that would have been ruined, so nice to have it back up to worn. On the lookout for an epoxy or a leather kit for the stabby. Yeah, can't use that for anything else, so we'll rock the blade. We're still looking for our last rag, remember. Got us a t-shirt in here or what? No? Mouldy food? Alright. We move on up the road. Give you some perspective on where we are. Grabbing tar now. But also, look, there's the T-junction. See the military tent that we looted, the train station, the bridge that we came over. And look at this. What's this here? More drop loot for mental state. We've got some junkie throwing away their pills here. What's going on? We're going to have to kill this zombie. He's in our way. I want to take you down to the outskirts of Kolembrody, where you can actually spawn. Bit of a trek in the rain. Because I'm not carrying on the run, I might go for a little jog, but I would always advise against sprinting unless you're in immediate danger from wolves, players, zombies, etc. Always just trot like this. It'll save your calories, your hydration. But because I'm not carrying on, I'm just going to save a little bit of time for the purposes of the video and get down to the end where we want to be. So I can show you the perspective of spawning down this end of Kolembrody. And then you'd probably want to make, definitely on intens, you'd want to make your way up this way. If you're playing vanilla or official, you might get a can of food in the house. There's 2 houses here. And you might want to go straight for the military, and I'll show you the road that leads to the military, because that's an option. You've got several options after leaving Kolembrody. I showed you the road, the way to grab in, the way to Tarnow. Brenner is across the bridge and take a left when you're on the other side, but there is a military over there. Terrible visuals, so you can't see it at the minute. I believe it's called Grisnik, and I'll show you the road that leads there when we're about to finish the video. But let's loot the barn. You never know what you might find. But yeah, don't be sprinting around on intens like I am here, particularly at the start. I see people spawning in yellow food, yellow water, and then immediately, woof, they're off. Give me the loot, give me the loot. Bad mistake. You're going to starve very, very quickly unless you get very, very lucky off the rip and find a pumpkin patch. Medical thermometers everywhere. What's going on here? Check out the path of least resistance. Red jacket zombie, pretty much on their own. The other 2 playing bouncer. So we're going to take this dude out. Bang. You would loot him. I'm not going to bother, but you would loot him if you wanted to. And as the sky clears, you can just about make out parts of the military in the distance there. So you can cut across the field to go there. But I'm going to show you the way to go via the road if you want to stick to the roads. Aim for the head and the combat knife, light the spear. Should put him down 1 tap. See how I'm just standing still or moving, just in case someone's zeroed in on my head. But I'm not engaging with a zombie. I'm waiting for my stamina to get up as high as possible before I have to power swing. If I had jumped the fence and used energy to get closer to the zombie, I might have not had the stamina to do that. Sometimes standing still is the best option when you're about to get pushed by a zombie. Take the military boots if you want them. Look at that. Another knife. Would have been nice if we had the capacity. And, you know, you could pretty much stay clear of these zombies unless you want to go to Brenner. There is a police crash on the other side. It's a permanent police crash. It's not dynamic. It's static. And there are more police zombies on the other side of that bridge for you to kill. Get some ammo, stab vests, etc. And you can spawn in the field just opposite that bridge. Another popular Kolembrody spawn is just the other side of that construction. There's like a little hunting, feeding shed, whatever you call them, hunting stand. So if you make your way through the field to hop the fence, you'll be here and you'll be like, oh, okay, I know where I am now. Kolembrody's along that road, along the railroad. But I want to show you the way to the military. If you're brave, if you've had a really good start, maybe you found a pistol with a couple of bullets in it. Ooh, I love the brassies. I'm going to carry the brassies in my hand. Check for mushrooms next to the hay bales. Nope. But yeah, if you're feeling brave, maybe you've got a pistol, derringer, anything with a couple of shots in it. You think, I know, stuff it. Let's go to the military from Kolembrody. Rather than another town, another like residential town. I'll show you the way there along the road. Oh, look at this. Finally got a bag. Look at that zombie. I haven't got a clue where we are. Good old Jimmy Sav. Oh. Dry sack, a saw. Could be handy if you haven't found a blade yet to cut items up. But bear in mind, you can go to the military from where we were at the T-junction, the crossroads, if you like, when we come over the bridge from Kolembrody village. You can just go straight across. In clear weather, you will see a red tin barn. You can use that as your point of reference, your landmark. There it is. You can just make it out in front of me. That's a red tin barn, believe it or not. And right next to it is the start of a military. So you can just sprint across the field. I mean, it is sprinting across an open field and taking on all the danger that ensues, but just for the... Oh, there's that. We'll loot that. You can spawn near this feeding hunting stand that I was talking about, whatever you want to call it. Summer Camp Lodge. So we'll loot that while we're going past it. Yeah, you usually spawn the other side of it. And if you feel lost and then you come across this and you're like, oh, what's this? You'd obviously loot it up. We don't want the chest plate. And there's absolutely nothing here. You come across this, you go, oh yeah, Kolembrody's over there. Military's up here though. So let's go and check it out for the last, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes, unless we get blasted by some chads. Wouldn't be surprised. Again, I wouldn't sprint, but I'm going to just look ahead, see if I can see any movement. Can't see any. Trying to stick to the trees. Make a shot harder for anyone who's sniping from the field, maybe. Once I run out of stamina, I'm scanning ahead again. Can I see legs? Can I see a head bobbing about? No. We're definitely going to loot this military guard post. And then we are not too far away from this military. Beware, though, particularly on intens. They love a good dynamic gas bomb on this military. Colt mag, pristine, beautiful. So be ready to dip, and dip fast. It's a risk you take from coming to this military. And to be honest, you want to be quick when you're looting. Look, it's not even that far up the road. Once you see this brick building, I always have a little look. Can I see somebody coming across from Kolembrody the shortcut way? It might look like a real small speck on the horizon, but it'd be nice to get the heads up that they're on their way to the military. They may get there ahead of you. And you can make adjustments. I'd probably be trying to talk to people now if I met them, because I haven't got a gun. If I had a gun, well, yeah, different. More options open. Sewing kit. Another blade. Wonderful. Troll jacket, don't want it. There's another well by here. There it is. So if you're a bit thirsty, get a sip. Scan ahead though. This place could be crawling with Zeds. The fact that it's not is a bit worrying. Oh, there you go. You could throw a blanket over them. They're all over there. And we want to go to that bed barrack as well, so this will be interesting. I mean, you could avoid it and just go up the main road. Again, I'm looking ahead. Can I see anybody? I could just see a zombie. But if you're going to fill your water bottle up at this well, come around the trash, get in the bush, get your water bottle out, do what you got to do while you're nicely covered. Little tip for this well. These sheds and this truck will spawn military loot. Check them. It's a nice chunky backpack. It's beautiful. Throw our trash in the backpack. Ooh, put it on your back, bro. There you go. More jeans. Now I think someone have swapped those out. Someone has picked up some military pants and dropped the jeans. And beware, none of these trashed tanks and other military vehicles, to my knowledge, spawn loot. I'm almost 95% positive they don't. I'll take the Rolex though. So don't bother looting them. Get your spear ready. Now if you're not great at fighting zombies, you might want to go super stealth mode. if you're feeling a bit more confident, kill them, because they can drop military loot, bullets in particular. Case in point. Scripted. I'm trying to do the path of least resistance. The zombies are making my mind up for me, to be honest. By aggroing on me and charging. Which is okay, we can fight them at our own pace, but don't be surprised if you take a bullet in the dome doing this. I've grabbed a stack of loose 45, and I'm going to immediately pull the Colt out. Swap that there. And load it. Because if I find a Colt gun now, I can just immediately put the full mag in it. And I'm ready to rock and roll. A little bit of preparation tip there. Come on then, you clown. See, eventually you'll get the timing down on the spear, where even if a zombie's quite close to you, you can get that power hit in just before they get into slapping range. Yeah, there are quite a few up here. Here we go. UN Beret Man is going to be next. Get out of here, son. The Britney Spears of dreams. Copyright, trick of the eye. Shout out. A bone is unbelievable find. We can now make a bone hook. Remember, we're still on the lookout for one more rag to make our rope, but that'll probably be around the corner. We've actually missed the opportunity a couple of times to cut up the jeans and the patrol jacket. Getting a bit blasé because I ate all those pumpkins, but imagine we were starving. I could now make my own rope, my own fishing hook, probably catch one fish, maybe even two, before it ruins. Again, I'm making sure no one's creeping about in the woods, trying to listen. And that zombie aggroed on me, I stayed still immediately. Now, if I'd started panicking, shuffling my feet just a little bit, this one might have heard me. Suddenly, I'm getting pincered. What am I doing? I'm getting pincered by two zombies. So sometimes when you hear the aggro, the scream, and you can pinpoint where he's coming from. A good tip, again, I think I mentioned it earlier, just stand still. Okay, we're okay in the trees. You'd like to think we won't get picked off. You know, if I start charging towards him like this, I'm probably more likely to mess up my spear attack. And also, my footsteps might aggro another zombie that could be in the trees. Might be lurking and we just can't hear them in this bush or something. So, yeah. Say I heard an absolute mega loud scream now to my right. I'm looking to see if the other zombies aggro and I'm listening. But I'm not going, oh my god, I gotta fight a zombie and I'm moving around making too much noise. Try and stand still. If you can, and you know, unless you're in the middle of a street in town. It's situational, let's put it that way. Let's get our last rag. Just to practice what we preach and make our own rope ready to fish with. We've got room now to carry the excess for temporary bandages and maybe even fuel, kindling for a fire. While we've got the room, we'll throw the rags in the bag. We could make a rope belt out of this, but while we've got the capacity, I'll just pocket it. Bed barracks door is open. It doesn't guarantee there's no one in there, but it tends to mean there's not. Better helmet than what we've got. Pristine one, so we'll put it on. Looks ridiculous, but does the job on intense. Protects the old noggin. Not really a smoke grenade type of person. But I am a situational awareness type of person, so I'm scanning ahead. I'm not just looting blind. I'm trying not to hyper-focus on these garages. Someone could be running up on me from the field who's just spotted me. Nice little pristine field vest there for you. See if they're walking down the main road and they're as vigilant as I am and they're looking across and I'm just blindly going, oh, what's in the garages? They could just probably creep across that field and get a nice clean shot at me. Patrol pants, what's the capacity? 24, it's a no-brainer. I've only got 9 in the jeans. Thank you very much. Okay, From here, from the bed barracks, I tend to just use the main gate. Again, how many zombies are around us? Are any going to likely to E-bone aggro? Any creeping in the bushes? Maybe. We're going to go towards this one. I'm only going to show you probably the long barracks and the L-shaped barracks, and then from there on I'll leave you with an idea of where you might want to go next. I tend to go into sneak mode here. Gap in the fence. I've missed it. There it is. Zombie. Get the spear ready. We're very, very likely to aggro him, even if we creep this slow. Another one that side as well. So, with the chance of us getting pincered, one coming from this side, one coming from that side, I'd rather take this one out. So I stand up, I shuffle a little bit, he aggroes, we take him out. The other one didn't even notice us, but it's thinking ahead of the curve, you know? It's second guessing the zombies and the fact that I might get pinched. I could climb up here and get away from them. But I then make myself much more of a sitting target to get sniped, giving them a nice high view of me. I'm going to search this zombie. It's probably dangerous in a military area, but the camo doors are open. I'm just going to make a terrible assumption that nobody's in there. Trash. Search the car. It can spawn military loot because it's so close to a military building. It's all about proximity. Oh, thought I saw some bullets then. If I had a gun, I'd be checking my corners, but I haven't. So we're just blindly hoping we don't get shot in the face. The UMP mag's okay, though. I think it's in good condition as well, yeah. Rifle sling, not my cup of tea. We move on. There's a military container and 2 more barracks around the other side. Or a couple of military containers, actually. When I get to about here, I usually crouch, go stealthy. Because in the field to my left, there's usually 3 or 4 zombies. Who knows? There could be a player in one of these. Seems clear of zombies. Or are they just congregated in one spot? I often come here. Just have a look. Just have a little look. You might see some clown run out of that container. And I guarantee you he won't check the bush you're sitting in. But he might be sitting up here with a sniper rifle as well, so try and stay on your toes. Smoke bomb, great. Smoke bomb. What am I, 8? Zombie. Good night. I'm not searching him in this open field where someone could be sitting in a tree. Now I'm going back into stealth mode. I'm trying to build my stamina up so I can get this guy with a power hit. I think I can. Okay, and I'm going back into stealth mode because if I go trotting up along this path now, oh look at me, the bad boy with the spear, and I turn the corner, there's 3 zombies, and I've got no stamina, and there are 3 zombies. Look, 1, 2, 3. And there's another one, 4. All of a sudden I won't be feeling so much big bollocks as they smash my head in. And it's going to be difficult for me to climb up onto a vehicle, etc. because, again, I won't have any stamina. So try and build that stamina up again before you engage, however confident you are with fighting with the spear. And, as always, you can choose the path of least resistance and take them out one by one. Wonderful. I'm gonna shut the door behind me. Just in case we're being followed. We'll get that audio cue if someone pushes us and opens the door. Don't expect great loot in this military because it's so close to the spawn area, but, you know, very, very handy stuff. Combat knife, 45 ammo, UMP mag, a great backpack, particularly for intens. Pants with 24 slots. It's incredible for intens, actually. Hear that little growl? I heard it, so I'm not going to go charging towards the next zombie. I'm waiting here for this one. Eventually they'll find us with their path in. There you go. Fill your boots, son. Do your worst. 3 of them up there. You could throw a blanket over them, so we don't want any part of it. Military stuff can spawn in the truck, though, so check it. Check up the road behind you. We want to take this one out, because if I'm going up that road, I'm going to hug the right-hand side clearly, because of all the zombies on the left. Nice one, Maverick. Nice shades, bro. I'm tabbing in, there's nothing here. So, if you've done well, you've got food, you don't need a town as such straight away, you don't need a well, then I would carry on up here. I would pick off the zombies. They're all military zombies, at this point anyway. So they've got a great chance of dropping ammo, maybe even a can of food for you. A combat knife, a flare matches, you've seen all the good stuff. Just aggro them one at a time. As long as you've got a one-tap weapon like a spear or a combat knife. Robert's your father's brother. See? He's aggroed on me. I'm delighted. I'm standing still. It's a risky game. Let's see if we can do it with these ones, right? If there's a zombie on the other side of the wall, we could be screwed, but... Let's see the guy in front. He turned his head. He aggroed. I'm not moving. Because if I'd gone, oh, you want some, do you? You want some. And I come towards him, his mate joins in. We only have to go like 6 feet and his mate will join in. Oh, shit. Okay, here's how you fight 2 zombies without panicking. Just block. Hit the first one with 2 headshots as quick as you can. Now, do I go into here now thinking I'm Billy Badass? Potentially. Would I advise to do that? No. Missed him then, see? Haven't got enough to hit him with a power shot. So once to the face, make some room. Once to the face, down he goes. Another one coming on us. This one's got a helmet. He's going to be tougher. So get 1 in, get 2 in quick. 3 in quick. Oof, beautiful. You can do those quick short jabs if you run out of stamina, but you've got to get them done quickly. And you've almost got to guarantee a headshot, because it does the most damage, puts them down quicker. Check in the path of least resistance. There's one over there. Well, there's one on the roof, which could indicate a player has passed through recently. And there's one here. Just going to make it nice and easy for us. The one tap. But these industrial buildings have the possibility of spawning melee loot. Oh, do they? I could be lying. I'll take that back. As I've just seen... Well, I've seen a smoke grenade and a hard hat, so contradictory evidence there. But that is definitely a tactical shirt. Yeah, okay. Guy on the roof's not an issue. He can't get down. This one is. We messed it up, so we retreat. 1 to the face, back up, 1 to the face, down he goes. You can still get a concussion fighting that way. You've just got to be in the lap of the RNG gods, to be honest. Look at this. We are now armed. Extremely dangerous. Ooh. Military sweater. Another battery. We ditched our other one, so we'll take it. Now, more industrial. The further you get away from the military, the less chance of it spawning military loot. No shit, Sherlock. Oh my god, we messed that up. We got level 1 pain. That's what you get. So we would have to suffer this blurred vision now on Intens. It's intermittent blurred vision, so it's not shocking. But it's still annoying. Oh, look at that. We're still getting military stuff. Even though we're moving quite far away from the military zone. Oh, there you go. We can now listen out for missions on Intens, which is a lot of fun. I've got away with this so far. I mean, we've been a bit blasé and we could have easily picked up a concussion. And without the concussion medication, you've got this blurred vision like it is at the moment, but it's permanent for about 40, 45 minutes without using new Pepto or new rocks. So, yeah, that's why you need to be making sure of your paths of least resistance and taking on the Zeds one at a time if you can, with a nice one-tap melee weapon. Otherwise, it can be literally a very painful experience, this server. As we all know, if you've watched us on stream, hobbling around with a concussion. I want to take you up to the edge of this military. It's nice timing, 55 minutes. We've only got a few more buildings to do with our level 1 pain. Is that another zombie? Yeah. Well, where are you? You're on some, do you? We could have searched all these zombies if we were desperate for food or sewing kits or whatever, all the good stuff. But, you know, for the purposes of the video, we keep moving. Another Colt. Now, I feel like that machete has been dropped there. I might be wrong. They don't normally have 2 items spawning so close to one another on that table. We can open our bullets and we can load up a second Colt mag, which is just wonderful. Pristine as well. Oh my god, what have I done? Did I just drop that on the floor? Yeah. Clown. Load it up. In a gunfight, we can blast away now, knowing that we've got a spare one ready to go. Keep an eye out for zombies. They like hanging about in the trees. I just heard one. Come on then, you wrong one. Yellow food. So if I was taking this character on a long adventure, I'd already be regretting not bringing more pumpkins with me. Oh. Oh my word. Tough one, eh? Just now, too far away from the military to spawn military stuff. Apart from NBC pants. Okay. Weird. But I'm going to call the video up by here. And what I might do, because we haven't died, the next video, I might use it to showcase the larger military. And we wander down into Tarnow, which is the next town over through these woods. And I'll log off here, use this gate as your point of reference, this guard tower. There's the military we just looted. All the dead bodies in the street. And if you like these super detailed walkthroughs, particularly on Intens, make sure to drop a like. It really helps the video get seen. Sub if you haven't already subbed. We stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 10 AM till 2 PM UK time. From completely starting a new character off, this is how our perks look at the end of our first hour. We're coming up on the hour now. And hopefully, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.